Ken folks. How y'all doing? Welcome back. And for those who are new, I welcome you too. And before I start this video, why not just go ahead and click on the subscribe button? Especially if you are enjoying, I know you are going to enjoy it if you can relate to me. That's why I call you Ken folks, because you're my kindred spirits. Y'all my folks. We come from the same spirit family, soul tribe. Okay? So, click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so that you can stay notified when I load or upload a video each week. Okay? And if you think this information is so valuable, go ahead, share it with your family and your friends. Share it with some strangers. Okay? Then also, most importantly, okay, if you can relate and you have some questions, just to confirm what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're experiencing, put some questions below. Or just comment below just to let me know some of those experiences. Okay? I do my best to respond. You know what I'm talking about? All right. You know you my kin folks. And if you're not, you own this channel because you can relate or you just want to hate. But that's all right. I love you too. I forgive you. I was about to call you something, but I won't. All right, let's jump right into this. Okay, so, this is that other talk. And I hope it's the last talk. And if it's not the last talk, there will be a last talk. Okay. So these talk sessions that you notice on my channel is me really delving into and tapping into that part of you and me and how we can relate to what is really going on. Something is going on, okay? We gotta admit, we can feel it in our soul. And if you think you ain't got a soul because you done sold it, you can get it back. You know what I'm saying? Find the contract and rip it up. Buy it back for a higher price. I don't know. Just make sure you don't, when getting your soul back, you don't sacrifice somebody else, especially not family. Oh. But you can get it back. There is a price for everything. All it is about is just switching it up. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. So anywho, let's get started because enough of the games and the inner child plays. All right. So how my spiritual path began, and the reason why I'm speaking on this is because not everyone is truly in tune with spirit. Because they came into this world and have been influenced and taught otherwise, which may be the cause of them losing the connection with spirit. And when I say with spirit, don't think in your head I'm talking about anything outside of yourself. For the most part, I'm saying staying in tune with spirit, which is you, your authentic self. A spiritual being within and around you. Because the spirit being, we like to say is inside there somewhere. It's inside and around, and it can expand, okay? And the oversoul that connects spirit to the body because also spirit is in the blood. So, I think I'm confusing y'all. Okay, so the spirit in the blood is connected to the soul. And let me say something to a lot of people out there. Okay, we can't. Okay, I don't want to say we can't. We do need to stop speaking down on a lot of other races, thinking that they don't have souls. Because of the mixing of the races, we're finding a lot of those that appear to the physical eye because they lack melanin as dark as you see, I'm not real dark. You know what I'm talking about? So get that out of your head, that because they appear to the physical eye not to have a soul, or we think they have recessive melanin, just know from your experiences in life, you've gotten some really dark melanin people who are more evil than a lot of those who appear evil to the physical eye just because they lack melanin. Okay? And also remember, during slavery, there were some non-melaninated people who were there looking out for us, seeing us as their equal or better. They sensed something about us. So the Most High during those times made a way for certain melaninated individuals to live a life of luxury, or to be able to utilize their gifts back then. Whereas, you had some of those who was killing our ancestors off. All right? So let's get this bug is bugging. All right, I don't know why you hear bug trying to distract me from my mission and purpose, but I rebuke you. Anyway, so coming up as a child, how I can't really say anything about me knowing about spirituality, but I knew there was something different from me. And it may not just have been me knowing that I was different. It's just that I did not see or hear, talk on some of the things that I was experiencing as a child. So ever since I can remember, must have been 3-4 years old, since I came into realization of this realm, and remembering as far back as I can go, I would have certain weird experiences. I can't necessarily say they were paranormal because, as a child, we probably didn't even see it as paranormal, And the reason why I can't say that I had paranormal experiences, which I did, but it felt normal around the house because my grandparents raised me, and my grandmother, being very spiritual, who I felt like I was very close to, I wasn't sure if I was experiencing paranormal or if it was just a norm around the house to have these things. But there were some little things I thought was weird and different, and when I asked about it, people didn't seem to know. I did even notice, which is so weird, in this kind of household, growing up, because I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment as far back as I can remember. It was a 2-bedroom apartment downtown Atlanta, and it was a whole lot of us living in a 2-bedroom apartment, people sleeping everywhere. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother had 2 full-size beds in each room, a sofa bed in the front room, and she had another sofa up there. And then I even recall one time a cousin spending the night, and he fell asleep in a tub. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, just a reminder, I got my notes right here. So if you see me peeping, that's what I'm peeping at. Because, I got to keep up with what I want to talk about. Because, I'm feeling the mood. You see how I got a little lipstick on and I had to do something to my head because my head was, I was like, oh, I can't record like this. Even though I don't care what y'all say, but I still want to look a little cute and presentable to y'all. For the most part, in the past, if you look at some past videos, I was looking all raggedy schmaggedy. And I'm just trying to primp it up a little, come decent looking, because I'm like, if I feel like my home is my dressing room and I don't want to leave the dressing room until I'm presentable and I'm going out in public, well, the public is going to see this. I don't know how many of the public is going to see this, but I still want to look presentable. So don't judge me, or ye shall be judged. So anyway, so some of the things that I was experiencing, I gotta say there was some paranormal things. And I think the reason why I started to become afraid of what I was experiencing is because when I would go spend time at my mom's house, when I learned that she was my mom and realized it was okay for me to go spend time with her, she was always watching these horror movies, which was putting fear into my soul and scaring me for the day when I needed to meet my ancestors in the other realms. I would be too afraid to meet them because some of the stuff that I was seeing, and that's the purpose. And I've said this in some of my last videos, that these scary movies are to disconnect you and make you lose the connection and have fear for when you are visited by your ancestors. You will be too frightened to have that encounter and experience. And those ancestors, benevolent ancestors that have come to you, because they come in peace, they know to leave because they don't want you to fear them. And you probably ask them, well, have you seen some ancestors? I probably have, because I have had some encounters, and some of the encounters that I have had as an adult, now that I know that you can talk to them and ask them to come to you in a certain way, I've had like some paranormal experiences outside of my home, but they came to me as real people. They looked just like you and me. would have never known they were spirits until later. Because I'd be standing up there talking. I think I've had this talk with y'all before. Go back and check out my old videos. But yeah, so as a child, keep going back and demonstrating. I keep getting off, but we gonna get there. I just want y'all to kind of be able to relate and understand where I'm coming from, overstand where I'm coming from. But yeah, so one of the biggest things that was in my household was music and dance. And the reason why I'm mentioning music, because certain tones and tunes and rhythm, vibrations and frequencies open something up within you. And of course, and this is to not to sound like I'm separating myself from any other culture or race. I'm just going on my experiences. I have to throw that out there because some of y'all are so dang sensitive and y'all need to really check that. But for melanated people, the melanin is constantly vibrating to the frequency of the universe. The universe vibrates on a frequency known to the human ear as Om. And how you know you're in tune with that vibration, because when you get ready to think out loud, Someone asks you a question, you go, and sometimes even when giving a presentation and you can't help yourself, you go, that's a tone. A tone. No matter the tone, might be whatever your pitch, a high pitch, low pitch, regular pitch, if there's a regular, balanced pitch, your voice give off, or whatever tone you're giving. All right, and you're tuning in. And the tune is just allowing you to make that connection, to harmonize with those tones. Tune in by making the connection, understanding and overstanding the rhythm that you vibrate upon. This is why today music is used as a weapon, because once found out how to destroy and interrupt your frequency and cause a distraction is through music today. I remember I was watching somebody's video and they were in a club or somewhere where they were having some kind of festivity. And I was looking at all the women and men and how they was dancing and the type of music that was playing, the type of dancing was very, very sexual. It looked like they was having an orgy. Did I pronounce that right? Is it orgy or orgy? Whatever. I know you spelled it. Anita, you know the word. Well, sometimes, I get it mixed up, okay? Because I don't use the word very much. All right. So in my family, there was a lot of music, whether it was gospels, jazz, whatever. There was some dancing. Another thing I said that you don't find in a household, let me go back to that. Okay, so y'all like, hold on now, what's this part that you saying that you don't usually find in a regular household? I was finding books about Hindu religion, opening up and seeing these colorful pictures of what they call Shiva, Krishna, and all of them. And I wanted to know more about it, but at the time I couldn't really read a lot of the big words in the book and really had no understanding. And I even recall seeing some books about Egypt. I don't know who these books belong to, but I was the type of child who would ramble through the house. My grandmother would have these old purses with stuff still in them, and when she's done using them, she put them and hide them in pillowcases, call herself hiding them, but I go on, I was like, hold on, what is this? And I go rambling, looking through stuff. She always, it's not just me. I love her, I'm talking about, may she rest in heaven and may she rest in power. But she had a whole lot going on in the house. There was a lot of stuff around the house, clothes and stuff and, furniture, but I go rambling. And one of the main reasons why I was rambling, because I was looking for little toys that I could use and play with and talk to. Well, not really just talk to, I was kind of like just playing, having my own little world staged for these little things. Sometimes I would even have a pencil, a pen, pretending to be a person in my little make-believe toy world or thingamajiggies world, okay? And if you sitting up here talking about, Anita, why are you making up words? Well, they make up words every day and add it to the dictionary. Where I remember my mentor, Dr. York, used to say, it's not even a dictionary because it doesn't even tell you how to use diction. It's a definitionary. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, so you see, it kind of like had me aware these books that I was finding. So that stayed in the back of my subconscious, where at some point I will come face to face with a lot of this information and come to understand some of the things that I saw back then. And now understanding and understanding the connection I have with loving music, because I will listen to music sometimes when I don't have jack fart to talk about here on this YouTube channel. As soon as I listen to some music and I done drink some mocha, I'm like, all this stuff just started channeling down. And don't get me wrong, because you would have to grown spiritually and to decipher whatever is coming through you, what's good for you and what's not bad. So my purpose in stating about my spiritual path in the beginning of life, because a lot of people now who's never really had any kind of spiritual experiences growing up, who still have never had any kind of, let me not say have had any spiritual experiences, but had any kind of experiences that seem outside of the norm, and now they're trying to learn and have these experiences. Whereas for some of us, it's just natural. It has come natural. It was as if the universe and our spirit guides and benevolent ancestors and ascended masters have been trying to give us signs, symbols, and synchronicity since we were children. And we have had guidance. That's basically trying to let us know we're trying to keep you connected. But we didn't have no idea. But yet, to some unknown reason, we love that kind of connection, which was helping us and which was also guiding us to open up and ascend more and more. And when I say ascend, it's like, Anita, you ain't going nowhere. I'm talking about ascend mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Because physically, I'm still grounded here. But yet, we are physically affected mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Okay? So don't get it twisted. So a lot of things that we do in the physical realm, like eat, it affects those other bodies, the spiritual body, the mental body, the emotional body, the soulful body. Let me not think of that, okay? Because a lot of people like to say, if you got soul, then you got rhythm. And like I said, not every melanated people that you see with the physical eye has rhythm nowadays. Stuff is so mixed up and messed up. But it must have meant to be, because it is already to be. Okay? So you have to even be aware of the food you eat. Now, a lot of people have become vegan, and at one point, yeah, I was vegan. I had to experience being vegan so I can get to this point to say this, what I'm about to say in a few. So I was vegan for over 10 years, up until I had a car accident and couldn't afford to be vegan. And sometimes you're put into positions because, all while I was vegan, I was preaching and teaching, tapping into high vibrational foods. Well, boo-boo, I just learned that a lot of vegans don't even realize that some of the food that they're buying in the stores are processed to still keep you at a lower vibration. So don't think that just because you're eating all vegetable, it is something needed. Because I also learned why my hair was falling out. My hair was getting thin. A lot of it was coming out. Of course, there were times I could not afford all of these vitamins vitamins and all of this stuff to give me the nutrients I need that I was getting when I was eating meat. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about the people who eat beef and pork. For there is a reason not to eat those type of animals, especially with beef, because beef, it takes, I learned, up to a year to digest that stuff. It stays in the system. And a lot of times you wonder why it's hard to get rid of bad breath, because you still got stuff digesting, trying to get off your system, and it's rotting on the belly and the fumes are coming up out of your mouth. Then you're eating pork. When pigs and pork, correct me if I'm wrong, people, all right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know back in the day, they used the pigs as someone who cleaned up the slop and the mess. And there's more to it with the pig and the boar and all of them of that kind. Okay? I mean, I'm not into eating rats. You know, just think about what they normally do in their lifestyle before you decide you want to eat them. You know, you got some people come here and just some people on this planet, you know, beings that have come here to physical beings, and they call themselves humans, and they eat whatever. From the rooty to the tooty, in and out the booty. I just said, like I said, this sound so rhymical. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Ooh. Okay. So anyway. Oh, I do gotta sneeze. Hold on for a second. Seemed like I didn't sneeze. I didn't want to be rude and in y'all faces like that. That's so rude. But I guess some of y'all don't care. So yeah, so you have to be very aware of what you put in your body. You know, they have something called junk food. And you know it's junk food, and you still go and eat the junk. So you wonder why people you see in this world is full of I was about to say, but they're full of junk. Because that's what's coming out. Because that's what they're putting in. Junk food. And if you're going to eat processed food, and it's not to say I don't eat it every blue moon, and that might be once a year. You know, I do process my own food. I have a blender where I would take some stuff and turn it into flour, or turn it into whatever I want to. A boobala doobala. But anyway, yeah. So not just food you're putting in to digest, because remember, everybody's is affected on different levels. Spirit body, mental, emotional. It does disturb those other connections, because it's still a connection. And for those who don't think they have all of that going on, then you don't have a mind, meaning you can't think, because your brain isn't your mind. Your brain is your brain. It's just considered like a physical manifestation, which you think a lot of your thoughts come from there. But also what you put into the belly, whether you realize it or not, it's connected to the brain. You even have what they call a submental. And as you age, and for those as you get up, as you mature, because I guess it really does not depend on age, but as you mature, some people will experience a droop here or a little ball forming here. It's really your submental is just still connected here. So you have to be aware and know thyself, so you can understand the functions and keep it all in tune and in harmony. Also, be aware of what you feed your mind, the information. Be able to decipher. Even sometimes we get information, we go out and experience, and we realize, oh, that's not for me. Wrong info, let me expel it out. Sometimes we need help expelling it out because we become so deep dug down into somebody else's culture and information, thinking it's all for us when it really isn't, you know. And when I say for us, I'm not just talking about us as a race of people. I'm just saying us, period. Us, all of us. Be picky and choosy about what you take in. Because you know, they said we created equal. No, we're not. We are equally created spiritually because we're all connected to the source. But there's a difference in our purpose for our physical manifestation, spiritual, mental, emotional manifestation, and why we're here. We're here to do something different from Mary Jo Bob, Teeny, Tiny, Pimp Set, and Lil Ray Ray. Okay? All of them folks. Be aware, stay aware of what is going into you. And the only reason why I'm saying this, because, you know, I'm just, as I always say, I'm not trying to make you be like me. I'm not trying to get you to think like me. A lot of the times that I express a lot of this stuff that I'm giving you is to help you think. Think about you, like, give you some ideas for yourself, or tune in to who I truly am. Who am I? I don't even know myself. And a lot of you don't. But we don't get into that, okay? Well, that's what I want to get into. Because, you know, so many people are talking about getting this to protect them and this to bless them and having this over their door to protect them and diving into this water and into this alcohol and all this stuff to purify and, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you got to take care of the body, cleanse the body. This is why a lot of y'all probably have all them polka dots and stuff going on and blemishes and stuff like that. I used to have it. I used to have skin problems. And I realized it was coming from within, what I was putting inside of my body. But let me tell you the power of the mind and the emotions. I know a lot of people just want to speak on the power of the mind. But we also have to include the purpose of the emotions, because the emotions also work in divine connection with the mind. Because sometimes your emotions think for you before the mind thinks. So you have to understand and understand the power that exists. A lot of us realize, or maybe some of us, if it's not out there on the radar, but a lot of, I keep saying a lot, some of us realize the power. And me getting this crystals, wearing these crystals, okay, we've been told it has a certain power of protection and grounding you. So we go and get it. We read on it. Ooh. Not realizing, you know, and then we go and cleanse it and all of that and say, oh yeah, this is for protection. It's going to protect me from the rays of electronic devices and stuff, them dangerous rays and all of that. You have to realize that even if you don't wear this stuff, you can place a layer of protection over you without wearing it. Of course, you know, you see me wearing this now, And I just thought, okay, it just matches my outfit now. And I like this because I don't know, I'm just kind of giving it a different dramatic effect. This is a part of my costume. You know what I'm saying? That, we all have these costumes. We like to kind of like go out and appear as. For those who have that childlike mind, who's still tapping into their inner child, we still let it come out and play in different ways. Some of us, we let it show in how we dress and how we finesse. Bingo. So, if you don't know, let me let you know. These are things that I have learned over the years. 50 years, maybe less. But as far back as I can remember, I don't know, maybe I can remember back to 3 years. So take 3 years off that 50, and maybe take 4 years off, or maybe 5 years. When I started to just, when I was realizing that I was more than who I was, but not realizing what the word was called. Some of us were born to stay connected to our higher selves, or our spiritual selves, or our authentic selves. But there's a power that lies within, and some is more powerful than others. And why is that? It's because it's the ability to believe in thyself, to stay connected, and not allow our vibrations to drop and become angry and jealous and all these other low vibrational emotions and thoughts that we have against someone else. Because for real, when you have those low vibrational thoughts and all of that towards another person, it's just a reflection of what you're not, putting into action within yourself. Meaning you're capable of those things that you're jealous of and angry of in the next person. It's just you're too goddamn lazy to put it into action for yourself. You just don't want to do it. You want to do it, but you don't want to do it. So you just rather just sit back and be a hater. Just a label floating above your head that you, or floating around you, in and outside of you. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel bad. I was like, I for a long time, I never knew about being a hater. I never knew anything about being jealous. I didn't care about being jealous. It was something that had to be learned to me, and I had to experience, just so I can come back and say, yeah, I've experienced it. I've experienced depression. I've just experienced, and I didn't experience anxiety until I was, what's this year, 2022? Until 2020. They must have been spreading anxiety in the air. Or maybe 2019. Anxiety, I've never had anxiety until then. I was like, what is this I'm feeling? It's like an over intense vibrational feeling that makes you feel very irritable and ticked off. And lots of fear of nothingness. I don't know, I'm just trying to express from my experience how I was feeling when I first started feeling anxiety. But it was more around my heart region, you know what I'm saying? But yet in all, what I am trying to communicate right now and express to you is the power of your mind, and how you've been over the years. You've been taught to use crystals for this and that and that and this and that and this and that. And in the back of your mind, you're wondering, well, why the heck I need all that stuff? Yes. Why in the heck? Because I thought the same thing and went out and bought all this stuff. And now it's like I really, really realize. Nature is good. It's good to be in tune with nature, because you're still created from the elements of this realm in order to exist within this dimension, to have these human experiences. You're still a spiritual being. And over the years, your influences, training, and programming, and what you've been taught and told to do is just an accumulation and compilation of stuff or emotions, attitude, personalities we now call an ego. The ego is not even you anymore. But before we get into ego, just know you're a powerful being, because you are a representation and experience of the source in physical form in this dimension. You have agreed. I can't even say I agreed. I was just sent to experience this dimension. There was a time I thought I agreed and because my human self defined it and interpreted it as that. It became personable. If I'm making up words, you get me. You know what I'm talking about. You're like, hold on, what does personable mean? And if I mess up my words, if you're on my frequency, then you're not feeling offended by my mispronunciation of words. If you hear the sentence, then you know what I'm trying to say. Okay? So I'm born down here in the South, so sometimes it comes out of my mouth this way. Okay? All right. So basically, everyone has a power. You have a power to empower others and yourself and to make a great change in your life and to overcome difficulty. You have the power to do nothing, to stay put in a place where you don't care for change. And is that okay? Yeah, well, it's okay if that's what you want. It's all about what you want and what you feel you need. Because I'm not here to tell you what you need and what you want. Like I say, I'm not here to make you think like me. I just want you to think. This gives you the opportunity to open up channels and portals within yourself to experience and tap into a creative essence of your own, the power from within to create a world of your own and not feel like you have to be subdued and enslaved to somebody else's rules and laws and all this stuff. Yeah, we still right now have to live by certain laws and rules, especially of the universe. But there's ways to get around certain laws and rules made by men. Try to get me off my course like it just did right now. But yeah, there's ways around it. And I had to figure that out because I came in being so blunt. A lot of y'all was like, that's a rebel. And for those who can relate to me, don't see me as a rebel, just see, oh, she's just different. She's weird. Oh, she's just, in her own little world. Let her be. She's keeping the peace about her slave. And that's okay with me. But somebody else out in the world who's trying to control somebody other than themselves, who wants to control the world, are looking at people like myself as a disturbance, a rebel. Look out for one of those minds, because when you were born and you was born to have a mind of your own is when you have already turned on a position or channel in your life where others might see you as a threat to society. And we've got to change that, my good people. And why we've got to change that? Because the supernatural forces of nature is encouraging us to do so. We're living in the time where things are becoming more spiritual, of the mind. So we're connecting the mind from within our emotional side and connecting with the logical the reasoning. Because also too, we have to allow our logical side to reason for what we're feeling. And sometimes we have to know when to allow our feelings to intuitively interpret what is going on around us. See, there's a time and place for everything. Okay? There's a time to chill, then there's a time to take a pill. And I don't mean a physical pill, like, the medications, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So, okay, wrong verbiage. Okay, so let's keep it moving, because some of y'all, you know how y'all get. Y'all gotta, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? What is going on? What is going on? I get it, you're sensitive, but stop trying to make your sensitivities mine. Those are yours. Stop blaming others for what you don't like. Boo, boo. I'm not you. I'm not you, boo, boo. I'm not here to be you. I'm looking at myself. I'm so in love with me. Ooh, that point, when you get to that point, we can just love on your tail. Anyway, so also too, and how we misrepresent using words. Let me tell you something. Magic is tricks. It's tricks. I know we're communicating using the English language, but just know that the English language is composed of a lot of other languages. And if you understand and overstand some of the other languages, some of the words that we're using in English is words to keep you on a spell, just like to spell a word. Right there is the spell. To say good morning. What's so good about morning? And to greet someone with hello. How low is hell? So when you hear a person say, peace, what's up? You're like, what's up? What's going on? We use trying to find other words that does not come across as a curse on you. It's only because we're not trying to curse you by saying hello. So if you hear me say grand rising, rose from your sleep. Grand, it's grand. Grand rising, my sister, my brothers. Yes. Rise in a grand way. And tap into your supernatural powers and utilize the forces of nature to work with you. Okay. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, good people? I remember this one when I used to watch the Little Rascals when I was little, the black and white version back in the day. Okay, for those who know. And it doesn't mean anything for those who don't know. It's just a show that we used to watch. So don't get offended. Like, hold on, y'all. I'm not a part of that club. I don't know about no Little Rascals. What the heck you talking about? Okay, well, go back and be born again back in the days, and then come back and stop feeling like you being left out because you know certain things. Golly, you know certain things about you. And why you got to know what everybody else knows? Know what you know. What is it you know? Create a world of your own for you to know and stay in tune with. Gosh, I'm not trying to make y'all feel bad. I want y'all to tap into your own supernatural force of powers and utilize them. Call upon them in the privacy of your own time. Even if you gotta go sit in your closet and do it. I mean, I don't sit in my closet. I just sit in the privacy of my room and talk at a tone or a level where it's personable between me and the forces of nature around that's listening. That's listening in. Like, okay, let's go help this child out. Over her. I hear you, girl. I hear you, girl. Okay, we got you back. For those benevolent ancestors, known and unknown. Yeah, I got that little part right there from anyway. So let's move on, okay? Okay, so basically, I just want you guys to understand, overstand, withstand, stand by me. Stand by me, okay? That you don't have to keep putting your powers in outside forces in order to make something work for you. To feel like these outside objects and things are protecting you. Just know your protection comes from within. It's what you put into it. So you put it into those things. And those things fail you. Don't blame those things because you put your trust in it. Okay? You got to realize that the authentic you, the spiritual you, is a portion of something much greater. So you come here and saying, that I is LV. Not the Most High, but the exists, and ye shall exist. Kun fayakun. That's an Arabic word that means exist, and it shall exist. Or what we say in the English word, manifest. Okay. What language did I teach you? That was Arabic. I heard some of y'all thoughts like, what language was that you just said? It was Arabic. Taught. Now, and let me just touch on my mentor, Dr. York, because there's been some bad feedback. And let me let you know, just because the media makes a being look bad, when you had experiences with them in person, and then to hear what the media has to say about a person, and that's not the experience you had, so that person has come and opened up and been a positive influence on a lot of people, which has also caused a lot of people to turn away from people because of the media. Because the majority feels like if the majority says it, then that's what goes. But for those who are in tune with what is truly going on with the natural forces of the universe, and you can connect with certain beings that are here to do a job to awaken a people, then you will know that the media does these type of things to make a person look bad, to distract you and throw you individuals who are here with the purpose of awakening and changing the world and bringing about a certain level of peace and harmony in the world, where there are some beings here to keep you at a lower vibration, to keep that vibration from going up, then they will make you look bad in the media, no matter which media, social media, news media, magazines, newspapers, gossip. So stay in tune, because even for those prophets and prophetess who was sent to us before, They were talked about. People gossip about them and try to make them look bad. So whenever a prophetess, prophet, or a messenger, they don't always have to be a prophet. Everybody claims prophet now. A lot of people claim to be the Messiah and all of that stuff. Well, you can be the Messiah, and you might be a Messiah of the Lord vibration, but just know the Messiah is a mindset. It's a mindset. So if you start to awaken to a certain mindset, you can be the Messiah to your own family, the Messiah to your life. You're the one who has brought change and enlightenment to a lot of other people. And yeah, I would love to feel special to everyone, but the first person I must impress is myself, my darling self. Darling. Okay. So just remember, when I'm speaking about your authentic self, your spirit self, it is the Most High. So why do we pray like this? Why are we praying to God? Now, I'm not trying to tell you who to pray to, what words to use. But think about, I'm just trying to get you to think about some of the stuff that you're using within the English language. Why would I call on the source as God and then you switch that word around as dog and stuff? Why I gotta even use that? Why can't I just say, why can't I just close my eyes and go within? If the source is within me and closer to me than my jugular vein, rise on the breath that I breathe. Why, if I'm going to say I? So what I'm trying to relate to you, and I say relate, on a soulful, spiritual level, for those who know, don't tell. And those who don't know, tell. There's that dang bug again. It knew I was going there. Maybe it's a distraction in a good way. Okay? But I'm just saying, think about these things. I'm not saying do what I do. Oh, Anita said this. Use a lie. I didn't tell you. You listen to my stuff. Pay attention. I'm not trying to make you think like me. Just throwing ideas and vibrations and frequencies out there for you to tune into yourself. For the ego is a compilation and series of influences, training, programming, and stuff of this realm that you've been told you have to live by. And you have to wonder, why can't I live by what I feel within my soul to experience? We're living in the time now, or have come into this time, where you're allowed to think for yourself now. Take responsibility and tap into your authenticity and live by me, which is you. Live for yourself. Stop living for your parents. Stop living for your sister. Stop living for your friend. Stop living for your boss. Can't you be the boss of your life? Stop living for your wife and husband. For when you come together in a relationship, whether it's a family ship, a relationship, a friendship, whatever, what other kind of ship? Workship. You're coming into it because you relate and you're vibrating. but you're whole. You're a whole being coming and relating to another being who's supposed to be whole within themselves. No one can make you whole. Oh, now I'm complete because I met Betty Sue, or I met Rod, the Rodman. No, they can't complete you. You're just experiencing a similar frequency of vibration that you're both connecting at. You're sensing their energy, or they're sensing your energy, or they're coming together to join forces with your energy to walk or travel on a journey, to walk and journey on a path with you in your mission and their mission. They have a mission, you got a mission. And the fact that y'all mission is simple, you're coming together to complete the mission, but not complete each other. Okay. Did I make myself clear, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses? Okay. So, this is why it's very important to know yourself. Do you know thyself truly? Well, do you? Oh, you tell me. Sure. So, there have been times I have come across people who meet other people for romance, relationships type issues, friendships, and they find the other person to be strange. They think they're experiencing childish behavior, something that someone in high school, elementary school will only do, and they're in their 40s or 30s, wherever you are on your journey of age, whatever age journey you're in, category, whoever, whatever. Just because someone likes to watch cartoons, just because somebody likes to use emojis and doing things that you think are childish, would be childish to even judge someone for staying tapped into their inner child. They're still relating to things that makes them feel free, like a child. But to be childish, or should not be the word used, but more immature, because there are some children who speak very maturely, who look at adults and wonder, what the heck are they doing? How are you strategizing your thoughts to come to this conclusion of allowing someone to control you, or feeling like it is okay to make fun of someone who can't help, or just making fun of someone who is just being themselves, and hey, yeah, they traveled the wrong path, they got the braids in their head and pulled their hair out, but hey, they might be wearing braids to cover up their flaws. They might be wearing wigs to cover up their flaws. We all have flaws. Why have we gotta? I mean, I know I used to make fun and just to have some laughs. But if the other person isn't laughing with you, and a lot of times it's too, we can't just, at that moment of making fun, we have to later come back, especially if we're making videos and making fun of people, we have to later come back and apologize. I didn't mean no harm, and it's okay. It's okay to apologize, because maybe at that moment you were at a level of misunderstanding. Not understanding that it's in you to be that way too. You have capabilities where your judgment of a person and that karma comes back, and then you have to later realize, well, dang, it happened to me, and now I need to say, for those who I did this to in the past, it's time for me to kiss you. But okay, you don't have to do all that, but you know what I mean, It's being judgmental of a person because it's something you haven't experienced and you think it's something wrong with the person. It's okay, I get it. You're not ready for that person. You're not understanding that person. You can't relate to that person. And just because you can't relate to them at the time doesn't mean that they're less of a person, because they're not at your level. And who's to say your level is higher than them? Maybe you're the one at the lower level. We don't know. You don't know. I don't know. I don't know all about you. You know about you. I just came to help you to think. Please don't think like me. And if you do think like me, then hey, we are kindred souls. So what's up, Kimbo? So just think for yourself. Good people, take time out to know yourself. The spirit self, or your authentic self, the source within you, is fighting with ego, trying to kick his, you know what I'm talking about? Because it's a whole bunch of compilations of mistranslations, misconceptions, and misrepresentations of the true source from within. Tap in. And I'm not coming as your friend. Like I said, we supposed to be kin. If you can relate, then tap in. All right, I'm out. Greetings. My name is AnitaYarbrough, your leading holistic healing life coach and counselor. First, as I begin, I would like you to know that I have a tell it like it is style, in which I expose dysfunctions by bringing the truth of daily problems to the forefront. This problem-solving methodology that offers a literal learning buffet of critical thinking skills. This allows the client to pick and choose a strategy that works best for their industry or given situation, and guarantees a higher level of commitment to attack their goals. Your investment in me will pay off right away by making it easier for you to achieve a better home life or workplace performance results, and clarify objectives of your goals, unleashing a newfound focus. Your vision, mission, and/or purpose will become clear by implementing my signature programs, leadership transformations that align purpose now more than ever. My first program is self-authentication-based leadership. This paradigm-shifting and methodology-based program is designed to share life experiences and assert your self-authenticating willpower. In this program, you will learn the importance of healing to help lead the way with the new age mindset that promotes creative holistic living for unlocking your purpose. Transform and align with your purpose in any area you choose. Approach your tasks and/or activities with courage and confidence. Feel free to accept the real you without judgment from yourself and others. Learn to accept uncontrollable circumstances. Let go of the past and activate a new you. Overcome blockages on your way towards your newfound freedom after attending this life-changing presentation. Next, my lifestyle-based leadership program.
This life building and knowledgeable base program is designed to help you succeed in the next phase of transformational growth to enhance your development. In this session, you will learn how to tap into multi-level resources following the step-by-step processes that open your eyes to new systems, achieve greater results, and supercharge your mission, forecasting future success. You will come to understand how to self-groom your life inside and out, inspire others, become efficient, and improve functionality after this enlightening presentation. Then we have communication-based leadership. This mind-enriching session will teach you how to express and communicate your thoughts and emotions. Demonstrate many ways to communicate to your subconscious mind to gain control of your life. The strategies in this portion of the program will fine-tune your communication skills with your childlike mind by using your imagination to promote healing and confidence to better express yourself. Learn how to analyze the communication style of others, which better helps with understanding. After this presentation, you will be able to achieve a life of mastery that is limitless. And last, my community-based leadership program. This approach into the community dynamics will alter your reality to identify patterns in situations and know when to seek solutions. Actively engage in your environment or community without judgment from others and or negative self-talk. Learn tactics to manifest and maintain a more desirable environment or community. Understanding yourself enable manifestations for your ideal environment or community, which influences and become impressionable to others. Before this presentation ends, it will empower your every move. Now, I want to thank you for taking time out and allowing me to share with you my most powerful life-changing approaches. Again, I am AnitaYarbrough, your leading holistic life coach and counselor.